Wait, I scored a 780 on math in the SAT, and that's 67% in my country? Now, you might say, of course you got a good score. You're a Korean girl. But here's the thing. I was never a math genius. I didn't go to expensive SAT academies. I wasn't naturally fast at math. And honestly, SAT math used to destroy me. There were so many weird question types, tiny traps, and time pressure that made me panic during practice tests. But after figuring out a few simple strategies, my score improved fast. So in this video, I'll show you the exact 3 SAT math tips that helped me score a 780. And the last decimals trick alone can save you several minutes per section. Before we start, if you struggle more with SAT reading than math, I also made a reading guide, so check that out after this video. Number 1. Memorize core concepts, not everything. The SAT math section is actually more about understanding core concepts than doing insanely difficult calculations. A lot of students waste time memorizing advanced formulas when the test repeatedly asks about the same foundational ideas. So instead, focus on mastering the concepts that appear over and over again. For example, similar triangles, properties of squares and circles, linear and quadratic equations, basic trigonometry like sine, cosine, and tangent, probability, and statistics. If you truly understand these concepts, you'll make fewer careless mistakes and recognize patterns much faster. Number 2. Use the answer choices. If you're completely stuck on a multiple choice question, use the answer choices to your advantage. There are only 4 possible answers. That means the test is literally giving you clues. So instead of panicking, start plugging the choices back into the problem. Of course, this won't work for student response questions without choices, but for many SAT problems, this strategy can save you. Number 3. Mastering Desmos. This is probably the biggest SAT math advantage right now. If you know how to use Desmos properly, you can solve some questions in seconds that would normally take minutes. And honestly, a lot of students still don't use it effectively. First, graphing equations. Desmos is amazing for graph problems. If the question gives you an equation, graph it immediately. You can quickly visualize linear and quadratic equations, find intersections, compare functions, and check whether your answer even makes sense. This is especially useful for systems of equations because Desmos can show the intersection point instantly. Second, sine, cosine, and tangent. If you forget trig values during the test, Desmos can calculate them for you. But you need to check whether you're in radians mode or degrees mode. For example, in radians mode, sine pi over 2 equals 1. In degrees mode, sine 90 equals 1. This sounds small, but mixing these up can instantly ruin a question. Third, statistics. For statistics, don't waste your time calculating the mean or standard deviation in problems that ask you to compare 2 datasets. In the calculator, there's an option called mean, where all you have to do is input the values of the dataset and separate them by commas to find their mean. Another helpful tool is the standard deviation. There are 2 buttons, STDV and STDVP. Option STDV calculates the standard deviation of a small subset or sample taken from a larger population, whereas option STDVP calculates the standard deviation when your data represents the entire population. Again, just add the data values by separating them by commas in the parentheses. Even if you don't fully memorize the formulas, knowing these tools can save huge amounts of time. So those were the biggest SAT math strategies that helped me score a 780. And honestly, SAT math becomes much less intimidating once you understand the patterns and know how to use Desmos efficiently. If reading is harder for you, math can actually become the section that boosts your overall score the most. Feel free to comment below if you have any other questions. And if this helped you, make sure to subscribe and like the video, it really helps the channel. Good luck!